Hey YouTube, this is Amber with Skyway Acquisition Solutions. We're a management consulting firm that helps federal contractors. Our team is a unique blend of former contracting officers and industry folks. We bring many years and a wide variety of experience, allowing us to provide the best support to help you succeed in federal contracting. This video series is the Skyway Spotlight. Each video, you will learn more about our team members and what makes Skyway so special. Let's get started with today's episode. All right, so today I've got Shelley Hall here and we're going to discuss the where and the when. And my first question is, where did you spend your career as a contracting officer?
Well, hey, Amber. I actually total 32 years I spent in the government, and I spent 22 years of that at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, which is a really cool place to work because there's three major commands there. So they have
Oh,
they do a lot of cool stuff. And then 10 years at Patrick Air Force Base here in Florida, just kind of down the street from where I am now. And the cool thing about Patrick is they support NASA and all the launches. So
oh,
that was a cool cool thing to do.
awesome. So you said 32 years. When did you start your career?
Well, I started in 1983, and I kind of grew up in contracting, and it just that's just how it was. And then by the time I got my contracting officer's warrant, then I held that for like the last 18 years of the time that I spent there because and when I was going through the process, it was you really had to have a lot of experience and a lot of time in and a master's degree and all different kinds of things to get a contracting officer warrant. And so it was something that you worked very hard for, and yes, I that warrant now.
Very good. Hard work pays off too.
It
So
does.
then my last question is if you could just give us a brief overview. I know you said you were in two different sections or locations, and were there any historical events that happened while you were there or anything noteworthy for our audience today?
Well, yes, unfortunately, not a good historical event, but a historical event nonetheless. I started at Patrick Air Force Base July the 13th of 2001. And of course, 2 months in, 9/11 happened. And I was in a supervisory class, and we were in the commander's um, his big briefing room, and it's a huge screen, the one whole wall. And so we had been watching all these supervisory things, and they said, okay, we're going to take a break for you know uh, lunch or whatever it was. And they turned it off, and these pictures came up of buildings and things running into buildings, and we're all like, where is this, where in the world is this happening, because we've been in this class all morning. And just to stand there and watch it in real time and go, like, what do we, what can we do, and what should we do, and of course, as supervisors, you kind of go into the mode of we're probably going to shut down the base, because is this going to be an attack on every military installation? So that's probably my biggest memory during that time, is that when they took the break from that supervisory class, and we saw all the chaos that was happening on 9/11.
Wow, yeah, definitely historic for all of us here and for you especially. And being in a position, do you feel as though you could help because you were working for the government, or did you still feel pretty helpless like many Americans?
Still very helpless. And I had left. One of the things is, they have it. Well, they don't tell you this, but they have a most likely locations for ground zero if there is going to be an attack.
Oh,
And at that time in Ohio, where all my family still was, they lived and worked at ground zero, all of them. And because it was like we didn't know what else was going to be hit, and so I'm like, oh my God, I've got to, can I call anybody? Of course, the lines were down, and it was just, but yeah, for the most part, we just felt helpless. Like, what can we do, if anything? And of course, the general, the commander of the base was, trying to, do I close the base down? Do I evacuate? Do I keep people safe? Do we all go in the basements? So it was one of those things that I don't think in that first, even probably couple hours, I don't think anybody knew what to do.
Right, totally. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us for the where and the when, and we'll catch you next time, Shelley.
Hey, thanks, Amber. Bye.